Hey everyone, this is Gary Varner and welcome to Renegade Reason. Today, we're going to be talking about pretty much something we've covered over the last few episodes, but it never hurts to repeat it. As Inauguration Day has drawn closer, the media continues to freak out. The left side of the country continues to freak out. No better example of this has been given than basically the recent news story that's come up today that I felt would just be awesome to talk about. If you were not aware, there has been accusations that Russia was involved in the election, and the reason that they wanted to tweak the results, if you want to put it that way, was that people believed the Russians had some kind of dirt on Trump. This dirt, as it were, turned out that Russians supposedly had video of Trump giving prostitutes a golden shower. If you don't know what a golden shower is, he basically peed on a whore. If you've ever watched Not Another Teen Movie, that one of the girls wanted a guy to, poop on her chest. Now, I'm not judging, but BuzzFeed did, and apparently so did CNN. So they jumped on this story, and lo and behold, it wasn't true. It wasn't even close to true. They have no idea where they even got this thing. What makes this even sweeter, what makes this essentially a golden dish delivered to Trump, is that for the past several weeks, the media has been going nuts about fake news. Oh, well, we have to do something to censor all these stories. And CNN and BuzzFeed have been leading the charge. And so here we go with all this, we got to stop it. We have to stop all the misinformation and fake news. And then, irony of ironies, they get caught telling a fake news story. For all of Trump's flaws, it is in these moments where he shines the most. This is not the first time the media has done this. They did this with Bush all the time. But Bush had this philosophy that he needed to be the bigger man and he needed to rise above it. But it didn't work because people believed the bullshit. But thanks to Trump's bulldogish, gorilla-like style, these are the moments where he really shines because he didn't put up with it at all. And this, for all of his flaws, this is why Trump will win when it comes to the media. They don't know how to deal with him. They're not used to somebody who has never been the bigger man about anything in his entire life. So, without further ado, I'm going to show a quick clip of what happened at his at a press conference just the other day.
I think it's a disgrace that information that was false and fake and never happened got released to the public. As far as BuzzFeed, which is a failing pile of garbage, writing it, I think they're going to suffer the consequences. They already are. And as far as CNN going out of their way to build it up, it was just reported that it wasn't this Michael Cohen they were talking about. So all night long, it's Michael Cohen. I said, I want to see your passport. He brings his passport to my office. I say, hey, wait a minute. He didn't leave the country. He wasn't out of the country. They had Michael Cohen of the Trump Organization was in Prague. It turned out to be a different Michael Cohen. It's a disgrace what took place. It's a disgrace. And I think they ought to apologize to start with. Your organization's terrible. Your organization's terrible. Let's go. Go ahead. Quiet. Quiet. Go ahead. She's asking a question. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question. You are fake news.
Oh, that's so funny. This is why Trump will win. When it comes to the media, when it comes to how they treat people on the right, those days are over. I mean, it can't work anymore. They haven't figured it out yet, but that sort of thing just cannot work anymore because Trump won't put up with it. As much as I disagree with him on so many different things, it is so nice to actually see somebody take it to the media for a change instead of them just constantly lying and continuously getting away with it. We're not done yet. There's two more stories that actually came out today about how the celebrities and stuff keep freaking out. Our next story both of them actually come to us from The Blaze. Rosie O'Donnell, I fully support imposing martial law to stop the Trump inauguration. Well, they picked a very good picture in this case. The woman looks absolutely insane, just as insane as the tweet was. But anyway, imposing martial law, which means the military would seize control of the government, is necessary in order to block President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, according to TV personality Rosie O'Donnell. a longtime adversary of the billionaire businessman. Now, the reason they say that, if you don't know, is back in the 90s or early 2000s, I can't quite remember, Trump and Rosie had some fight. I don't even remember what it was about, but they hated each other. They traded blows. It was something she said on The View, and he called her fat, basically, and that just hurt her feelings. But here's the tweet. I fully support imposing martial law, delaying the inauguration until Trump is cleared of all charges. The charges being mostly the Russian thing that happened. O'Donnell made the statement in response to continuing reports surrounding Russia's potential interference in the U.S. presidential election. The president-elect should not be sworn until the Russian issue is fully investigated, she added. They're just wigging out. This is just another example of them wigging out. Now, they have a little bit more of a personal story, but we're not done yet. The next story comes to us from The Blaze as well. Let me pull that up. Celebrities make yet another anti-Trump video to prepare themselves for Inauguration Day. Boy, did they not pick a perfectly appropriate thing there. And by the way, I don't know if I'm actually able to show the video or not, but let me tell you, hearing these people attempt this thing is living proof that it's not what you know, it's who you know. In the business world, companies go out of their way so that they do not alienate their customers. It's just bad for business, and in the end can cost you a lot of money. In the Hollywood world, alienating your customers is something you'll likely not suffer for, and so actors and actresses tend to do so with abandon. In this latest video by W Magazine, some Hollywood A-listers decided to perform Gloria Gaynor's Motown hit I Will Survive in honor of President-elect Donald Trump's swiftly approaching inauguration. I can read you some of the glorious comments. Check this out. Sherry McFarland says, Now I know who not to watch. Happy Face 12 says, came here to say the same thing. And Richard Head, get it? Richard Head. I can't wait for Donald Trump to win in 2020. Anyway, basically it hasn't gone over very well. Let's just put it that way. None of this has, but this is just another example of how the media is just freaking out about all of this. They have no grace. I mean, no grace about this at all. I need my baby pictures. Where are my baby pictures? There they are. This is just going to keep on until inauguration, which I'm incredibly excited about. I hope we're actually able to do a live stream of the inauguration when it shows up. We're going to try, but I'm very interested to see how this unfolds. I love the build-up. The people just, these liberals, they just have no grace. They've had zero grace about this entire thing. But anyway, guys, that's all we have for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. And until we meet again, peace out. We'll see ya.